Hi. Um, this is a hard video for me to make. I don't have really anything specific I need to say, or I don't really have the words written down for me to be able to read them out to you. It's just going to be me talking to the camera. My YouTube channel is going on almost 20 years of being online. I started this channel in 2005. I didn't really know what to do with it when I created it. I tried so many different things on this channel that will never see the light of day again, because there's some stuff on there that just literally has nothing to do with what I'm doing now. But fast forward to 2015, 10 years later, that's when I started doing Blind Gamer as the series on this channel. And that grew. That grew from literally a 100 subscriber channel to what it is today, being over 15,000. In almost 10 years, I've grown so much and have experienced so much in this industry. And when I started going full time as a creator and as a consultant in 2019, I was so excited to be able to be in this space and to have a career, not only being an advocate and consultant for accessibility, but also being a content creator, showing what cool things are happening in video games in regards to accessibility, whether it's showcasing games that are amazing for accessibility or giving information about games that, hey, these could be a little bit better or more improved when it comes to accessibility. I've loved doing that. I've loved doing that for years. But as of 2023, work was slow. I was trying to focus on my consulting work or my content creation work, but work was slow, as it had been for majority of the industry, as layoffs were happening by the thousands and still is to this day. And I've had to focus in on anything that was bringing in money so that I can be able to live. And some of that meant that I had to sort of step back a little bit from producing reviews and videos for this channel. Granted, now moving into 2024, work has, picked up a little bit, and I have had some pretty good work so far, but I don't know what the future holds after a couple months from now. And as this channel's been growing, and as my work has been, I've had to focus in on paid work, I have not had the time to be able to dedicate to be a full-time creator, to the point where I've had to delegate my editing to a freelance editor. And if you've watched the past few months of reviews, you've seen his work. I have an amazing editor that works with also a friend of mine, Caboose. Make sure to go check him out. He's got a great channel about superheroes and superhero video games. And he's a great editor. Honestly, if it wasn't for him, I would not be able to produce any videos or any reviews over the past few months. And also as well, codes for games are not as coming in as often as they used to. That's more on me specifically, not being able to find areas or places to reach out to try to be able to get review copies of for accessibility. That I'm trying to get better at. But as the frequency of game releases have been increasing, it's been harder and harder for me to be able to catch up. And in some cases, for me, I have to decide on games I have to purchase. So that leads into one of the problems I'm having is that these reviews are costing me money. Now, before I get into all this, I'm not trying to be able to shill as like, hey, I'm starting a GoFundMe, Kickstarter. Make sure to join my Patreon to give me money. I'm not asking for any of that. Just letting you know what's going on. My videos have been costing me money to make, whether that's purchasing the game for me to review, or also even just if I do get a review copy, having to spend money to have someone edit it for me. Now, I don't regret these decisions. I was basically offsetting that cost as a business expense because I kind of always thought of this channel as sort of a marketing for myself to get more work in the industry. And I still love to be able to create content, and this has been a great outlet for me. But over the past almost 2 years now, I've noticed my views on this channel have started to die, and the growth on this channel has started to stagnate. Whenever I put out a review, it's lucky to be able to even break 1,000 views. And I'm not blaming anyone who watches this who's a regular viewer of mine. This is not on you. I'm fighting the algorithm just as much as you're trying to be able to find things to watch and that are taking attention in screen time. I'm fighting against screen time across the entire industry, so I understand. But now that I have to sort of evaluate where my business expenses are kind of going, it's getting harder and harder to not necessarily justify making a review, but in a sense, the pressure is more, and I'm starting to feel burnt out by that pressure, where I want to be doing reviews. I have so many games right now that I want to be able to do an accessibility review on, but as time goes on and as time passes, the further away from release a game gets, the less relevant my review becomes, and then also the less return on investment that video comes to me. I'm not trying to be able to say I need to be able to break even or be able to make money in order to be able to make these reviews. I've been pretty good so far being able to use the money I make off of consulting to pay for these videos and to pay for this content, because I know it's valuable to people, and I know that it's worth watching for those who want to be able to watch my work. But I've had games that have been sitting in my backlog to review since December, and that's basically 3 months of games that I haven't been able to touch yet that I still want to review. But the further away it gets, the less relevant it becomes, and then the less views that the video gets once I do put it out. And you may have noticed that I've been posting a lot more podcasting content on this channel. Started up a podcast. I also started up a new project called Dungeons and Disableds. These are outlets for me to not only stay within the industry and stay and try to, keep being a content creator, but also potentially opening up new avenues for potential ways for me to be able to earn a living off of that content. It's not the sole reason, but it's part of the business decision of why I'm starting these projects. I'm not saying all this to say that I'm retiring from making video game reviews. I still want to be able to do them. I just don't know what format that'll take. And I ask for your patience as I try to navigate this moment in my life. I'm debating on making the reviews into podcasts and kind of put them as part of the Gaming Insight podcast, which I've been doing as separate episodes. I've also been toying with the idea of potentially making YouTube shorts of reviews, so make 60-second accessibility reviews. Not sure 100% about that yet, because it doesn't really give me a lot of time to talk about a lot of the accessibility in those games, but maybe multiple versions of those shorts could be a potential idea. But as I'm trying to figure this out, I ask that you bear with me. And if you have any suggestions or have anything that you want to be able to throw out there as potential ideas, please leave them in the comments below. I would love to be able to hear them. But right now, I just don't know what I'm going to be doing as of yet. Right now, I'm focusing on the podcast, Gaming Insight, and also Dungeons and Disableds, which honestly, the D&D show has been a huge plus for me. It has helped me and my mental health so much just within the past 3 months that I've been putting this, 2 months actually, since I've been putting this all together. I've had so much joy making this show that I'm really excited for y'all to see it. It won't be on this channel, it'll be on a separate channel, but I'll let you know when that goes up. But for this channel, for the Steve Saylor YouTube channel, I still want to be able to make content here. I still want to be able to be a resource and be a voice in this space. But for right now, I don't know what that I don't know what words I could say. What I could say in that voice. So I'll end it with this. If you do want to help support me on Patreon, it'd be a great help. I would appreciate that. There's no way I am pressuring you to do so. Again, this is not a video asking you to do that. That's not the takeaway from here. The takeaway is, please bear with me as I figure this out, as I figure out what my content plans are. But if you do want to support, I would appreciate it. Also, if you know of any gigs, or if you are watching this and you have any consulting work or hosting or content creation work that you would love to either sponsor me with, or I will work for content. So I would appreciate that. But in the meantime, I love y'all. Y'all have been such a huge part of my life that I am so appreciative of those of you who have watched my videos, either from the beginning of my journey here, or if you're just brand new. I thank you very much. And I'll see y'all soon.